There's one mistake I'm watching Metro Detroit buyers make right now, and the painful part is that they think it's the safe choice. So today I'm answering the one question I hear more than any other. Should you buy a home in 2026 or should you wait until rates drop? By the end of this video, you will know which is smarter for your situation. And I'm going to show you one local number that surprises almost everyone I share it with. Oh, and yes, I'll finally answer whether the crash everyone keeps predicting is actually coming. I'm Leslie Martin, and here's what you need to know. I'm covering three things: where rates are actually heading, whether a crash is really coming, and the one financing move most buyers skip that quietly costs them the most. Stick with me to the end because the last one is where people leave real money on the table. And if you're even thinking about buying in the next 6 to 12 months, I made a free one-page checklist to help you know if you're actually ready. The link is in the description and pinned in the comments. Grab it while you watch. If you felt frozen lately, you're not alone. For a few years now, buyers have felt stuck between high prices and stubborn rates, and the instinct is to sit and wait for a better moment. But here's what nobody tells you: waiting has its own price tag. Because even if rates ease a little later this year, prices and competition tend to rise along with them, which can quietly erase any savings you were waiting for. There is no perfect moment that a headline announces for you. The buyers who win understand the numbers and move when it fits their life. So let's talk about these numbers, starting with the one that everyone gets wrong. The biggest myth out there is that rates are about to fall off a cliff and reward everyone who's waited. The forecast tells a much calmer story. Most experts expect the 30-year fixed rates to hover in the low to mid 6% range through 2026, down a bit from 2025, but nowhere near the pandemic era numbers people are hoping for. So here's the takeaway: if you're waiting for 3% rates to come back, you may be waiting a very long time. The smarter question is not what rates will do, it's what your rate and payment need to be for the right home to make sense for your life. Now, let me show you why here in Metro Detroit specifically, this is actually a better moment than the headlines suggest. National headlines are not the same as what's happening here in Metro Detroit. And here is that number that I promised you. Active listings across the Metro Detroit area are up roughly 15% compared to last year. That is the shift. More homes mean more choices, less panic, and something buyers have not had in years, which is leverage. That means you can take your time, do your due diligence, and in many cases, negotiate on inspection items instead of waiving everything just to compete. The frenzy has cooled, but the fundamentals are still strong, which brings me to the question I know you're still waiting on. Here's the elephant in the room. Is the market about to crash? And should you wait for prices to collapse? The honest answer is no. And here's why. Forecasts show that our market is unlikely to crash in the near future. This is not 2008. Detroit and the surrounding areas benefit from strong fundamentals, including substantial home ownership equity and disciplined lending standards that prevents the kind of distressed fire sale selling that fuels a crash. Prices here are projected to keep growing at a steady, substantial pace, not fall apart. So waiting for a crash the data does not support could mean watching prices climb right past you. Now, the part that matters the most, and the one most buyers skip. This is the move I promised you at the start, the one that quietly costs people the most when they get it wrong. Before you ever fall in love with the listing, get your finances in order. Getting pre-approved is the first step, and a good loan officer can often complete that in under 24 hours by reviewing your income, credit, and debt. And don't count yourself out over your credit score. A good lender can run a simulation showing how to pay down certain balances would improve your score, sometimes quickly. Your credit today is not your credit forever. There are also down payment assistance programs here in Michigan that many buyers assume they do not qualify for, and they often do. So the strategy a lot of smart buyers use is simple. You buy the right home at today's price and you lock in your spot. And if rates drop later, you refinance. You cannot refinance a home you never bought, and you cannot go back and buy it at last year's price. This is exactly the kind of thing I walk through on my free buyer's timing checklist. It takes about 2 minutes and it tells you exactly where you stand. The link is in the description and pinned in the comments. So here's what I tell my clients: the time to buy is not a date on the calendar or a magic interest rate. It's when the home fits your life and the payment fits your budget. Some of my happiest buyers moved when the timing was right for their family, not when the headline told them to. My job is never to push you. It is to give you the real numbers and help you decide with confidence. And if you remember one thing, remember this: do not try to time the perfect moment. Buy the right home, add a payment that fits, and let time do the rest. So here's your next step. Download the free Metro Detroit Buyer's Timing Checklist linked below. Run through it, and if you have any questions, reply to the email that comes with it, and you'll reach me directly. No pressure ever. I'm Leslie Martin. I look forward to helping you make your next move.